and welcome to the Guides.Global video about starting business in the Costa del Sol in Spain. My name's John Howell, I'm the editorial director of Guides.Global, and with me today I have Noelia Luque. Noelia is one of the authors of our Guide to Business in Spain. Noelia, welcome.
Thank you.
Now, you, as I understand it, are the manager of the fiscal department here at Manzanares International Lawyers.
I'm one of the managers of the department. What I do is I deal with the accounts for the clients. I am the contact with the clients.
And the fiscal department deals with business and tax affairs.
That's correct.
And you've been doing that here at Manzanares for about 12 years now.
Yes,
so you
correct.
know a lot about it. Manzanares is a major law firm based here on the Costa del Sol, and you have offices in various places on the Costa del Sol, plus some international offices. And I think you've been going for about 20 years, and you have something like 40 or so lawyers and other staff working.
That's correct.
So today we're talking about starting business, and this is something that has become really common, hasn't it, for foreigners coming to the Costa del Sol in the last 10, 20 years.
The thing is, running a business or starting a business is always complicated depending on what's your idea and what's your budget.
Yes. And certainly my experience, because I've been dealing with foreigners starting businesses in various countries for well over 30 years, a lot of them get it wrong. A lot of them either have crazy ideas which are never going to work in a million years, or they have a good idea, but they don't know how to get it going in the country in question. Is that your experience as well?
Yes. The thing is, giving a good thought to what you're going to do, it always helps and avoids you many trouble. And also getting the right advice, sitting down and deciding what you want to do, doing some research to see if that's really something that is going to be successful,
Yes.
And seeing if in that area there's something that is new and could work, or is something that already is happening and it works very well.
Or maybe it's illegal. I've had clients come to me with great business ideas. The only problem is that they're just illegal in the country in question.
So it's the right thing to do is first to find out to see what is structured, to seek some advice, to see if that's really feasible.
So how do you get people to come and get advice at the beginning rather than when it's gone wrong?
Well, the good thing is that, as in Spain, almost everything goes through the notary. It's the same as when you set up a business.
Yes.
When you set up a company, you need to go to a notary first and do registrations with the tax office, with the social security if you're going to have employees. The good thing is that normally they need to see at least a gestor or a lawyer.
Yes.
And at that point, the normal thing, if things are correctly done, is that they get some advice on what things can be done, what things shouldn't be done.
But it really is a good idea, isn't it, to come and, as soon as you have the idea that you want to start a business in the Costa del Sol, as soon as you think, what I'd like to do is X, it's a really good idea to get advice at that point, because if for some reason it isn't possible, then it's saving you a lot of time and some money if you sort that out sooner rather than later.
Exactly. Sometimes for saving some money on that setting up, or saving the cost of a lawyer or of an advisor, some people get into things that they don't know well. Maybe they know the activity, or they think they know, but they don't really know what are the correct ways of dealing with it.
And of course you would sometimes be able to say to them, well, you can't do that, or that wouldn't work here, but you could do this, which is almost the same thing, and that would be working, and that would be legal.
Exactly.
And one of the things I've found is that business clients over the years always assume that doing business in a foreign country is going to be pretty much like doing business at home. Whereas in fact it's totally different. I mean, everything is different.
Yeah, that's a mistake. That's the first mistake.
And so really you have to get to understand how things work here in Spain and also here in the Costa del Sol.
And you have to be open-minded and be prepared to accept the advice that they are giving to you.
Yes. Now, one thing we do need to just touch on before we go into the details about this is the fact that in Spain, the law is different in different parts of Spain, because under the Spanish Constitution, Spain is a country which is made up of regions, and those regions have the right to make their own laws for certain areas of activity.
Exactly, that's correct.
So including taxes, for example, some taxes.
Some taxes, and also certain regulations for businesses.
Exactly. So it's important you're getting advice from a lawyer in the area where you want to do the business.
That's correct.
Now, we do have a bit of longer video on that about why it is that the law in Spain differs from place to place. If that's of interest to you, there is a link to it in the information box. Okay, well, I've talked about links. At various parts in this interview, there are links to the guides that you have written and others have written and other videos that are of relevance to the client.